let's start. And hello again. I am Fumiko, and I want to start with a question that might feel a little personal, but I know many of you have asked yourself this exact same thing. Have you ever looked in the mirror and I thought, my face looks okay, but what happened to my neck right here? Oh my goodness, what happened? And maybe you noticed your jawline isn't as sharp as it used to be. Or you see bands in your neck that weren't before. Anybody relate to that? Or maybe you're just frustrated because you are taking good care of your skin and doing everything. But your neck seems to be going faster, aging faster than everything else. Now, if this sounds familiar, you're not alone and you are not imagining it. And today, I'm going to teach you the 3 real reasons why your neck gets aged faster than your face. And I'm talking about what's actually happening under your skin, the structure, the muscles, the things most people never learn about. And most importantly, I'm going to show you what you can do about it. Yes, you can do something about it. And by the end of today, you will understand what's really causing the problem, this area, and know why creams and devices do not work, and learn face yoga exercises you can start using today. And this is going to be very practical, and we'll do exercise together, and you feel the difference in your neck right away. Sounds good? And before we dive in, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Fumiko Takatsu, and I'm originally from Japan and the founder of the Face Yoga Method. And I've been teaching face yoga for over almost 22 years and have helped thousands of women discover natural way to look at the feel their best. And I truly believe in aging gracefully and naturally and feeling good in your skin without surgery or invasive procedures. And now, the neck and jawline. This is the area. Yes, this is the area people ask me about the most. And they're frustrated and they feel like their neck makes them look older. Even they do everything and everything else look good. And then when everything else, like they're taking care of themselves. So what is happening? And here's what I've learned over 22 years. Okay. Most people are approaching this completely wrong. And they're trying to fix it from the outside when the real issue is beneath the surface. Yes, it's not the surface level. It's much deeper. So if you've spent money on creams, I've done it and didn't help, or you've thought about surgery, but don't want to go that route, I totally understand. And today I'm going to show you a different way. Are you ready to get started? Let me know or raise your hand or whatever you feel like, yeah, I'm so ready to know. Let's do that. Okay. Ooh, I love that. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to have a sip of water, right? There are 3 reasons. The reason number 1, ready? Platysma tension. Platysma tension, what is that? Weak platysma, or what I call the sleeping muscle syndrome. The platysma is this very thin, almost like a sheet-like muscle that starts here at the top of your chest, and it runs all the way up, up, over your entire neck, and it actually attached right here, okay? Along your jawline and into the muscle and the skin of the lower part of your face. It's pretty big, big muscle. Okay? And here's how you can feel it yourself. Everybody watching, do this with me. So pull the corner of your mouth down in exaggerated motion. Exaggerated frown. Okay, like this. Ooh, like that. Really pull down. Oh, what do you see? Do you feel those bands pop out on your neck? Like that. Yeah, hear that? Do you see that? Yeah, that's your platysma. Okay? That's the muscle we are talking about. And for most women, this muscle isn't working in a healthy, functional way. And it's not being consciously activated to lift and support. Okay, feel that again. Feel that. Okay, and think about it. When we are thinking about the muscles in the body, but what was the last time you intentionally engaged your neck muscle? You take care of your face, but how about here? And unless you're doing specific exercises, probably never thought about this muscle. Or maybe even never heard about. You are smiling and then talking, chewing, but your platysma, you just ignore and it get tense. And just like any muscle, when you don't use it correctly, it atrophies and it gets thinner and it loses tone because this is a muscle. And when a thin, weak muscle is trying to support the weight of your skin and the lower part of your face, it just cannot do it. Like from here down, it gets weak, it just doesn't do it. And this is why you start seeing those vertical bands in your neck. And they are not wrinkles. We don't call it neck vertical wrinkles. They are bands. And those are the edges of your platysma muscle showing through because the muscle itself has become so thin and weak that it's literally visible under your skin. And I'm going to show you this one. Okay, see that? Very big muscle and a very thin. It covers all the way from here to even the chin area. And that's also why you might notice your neck looking wrinkly or loose. And it's not that your skin suddenly got worse because you didn't take care of it. No, that's not true. That's not the reason. It's that the muscle underneath is not providing the support it used to. Yeah. And now here's where it gets very interesting. Okay? And this is something most people, and I'd say even dermatologists, do not talk about. And there's a huge difference between tense muscle and the strong muscle. Okay? And most women over 30 actually have a very tense platysma. I'm going to show you. Look at my neck. Okay? You might clench your jaw when you are stressed. How many of you do that? And you might hold the tension in your neck and the shoulders, especially when you're driving a car. How many of you do that? I do that, right? And you might even grind your teeth at night. Look at my neck. And all of that creates tension. But tension is not the same as strength. Okay? Tension and the strength. And look at that and then feel your neck. And I want you just like clench your teeth or try you're stressed out or tighten your tension, the neck. Like what do you feel right here? Okay? Is it strong? No, it's very tense. And it's just so tense that you see that tightness, but also wrinkles and all the things showing on your neck. Okay? And that's what happened when your platysma get tense. And that solution is not just let's do more exercise, work that muscle. First, you have to release the tension and then build the strength. Does it make sense? You need to release the tension. You need to stop these and then build that strength. And that the two parts process. First, we have to teach the muscles to relax. Come on, relax. Let go of the chronic tension patterns many of us have. And second, We have to train it and to engage properly to contract the release the way a healthy muscle should. So it builds tone and create that smooth and the lifted appearance. And here's the really good news. Oh, you're going to love that. The platysma, this thin muscle, the big muscle, responds incredibly well to targeted exercises because it's a relatively small and it's simple. It's not small, it's simple. And the sheet-like muscle, I'm going to show you this one. See, it's a pretty long, but very, very simple. It's not too complicated. And when you exercise it correctly, you can see changes rather quickly. And sometimes in just a couple of weeks. And this is not like a trying to build out the muscles from the body and where it takes months or even years to see a difference. And the platysma is thin and at the surface, as now you know. So when it gets stronger, you can see it and feel it right away. But it has to be doing right. You need a structured approach that release tension first, right? You don't want to do this and work on this area. No, release the tension first and then build the strength with time. And the exercise we're going to do this together is created to wake up this platysma muscle and teach it to engage properly. And this is the muscle that when it's toned and created that smooth lifted surface on your neck. And when it's weak, you get sagging and bends. Does it make sense? Are you ready? We're going to do the exercise together. The first one, let's do that. The exercise one, I call it swan neck. So swan neck, I want you to imagine a beautiful swan. And then this is what we're going to do. So we're going to release the tension from this area and make a neck nice and long. Okay? And this is not do-do. What is that? It's too much. It's a broken swan. We want to have a beautiful swan, not the broken one. And then shoulder, I don't want you to move your shoulders. I want you to have a good posture. Let's start. Look straight. And then you can even put hands on your shoulders or hands on your chest, whatever works. So the swan neck. So look straight. You're going to look straight and then move your gaze to the upper right, about 45-degree angle. Okay, just a gaze. You can put hands right here too. And then don't move your body. We are going to just move the body to the 45-degree angle. Stay there. Okay? And then if you want, you can even smile. Smile a little bit. Yes, smile. And don't hold your breath. And back to center. Beautiful. Okay. And then here. Other side, move your gaze. And smile. Good. And back to center. Okay. Do it again. Here. Right? So hands on your neck right here. And then let's move hands here in the center this time. Beautiful. Good. And then gaze 45-degree angle. Just 45-degree angle. And then move your chin. Yes, this one. If you feel the sensation, that's it. That's it. And now smile. You smile. And I hold this for 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Good, beautiful. Let's do again. Other side, move your gaze. And chin up. Beautiful. Let's smile. Ooh. Let's back to center. We're going to do again. And this time, I want you, baby, pucker your mouth or push the tongue against the roof of your mouth. As if you're kissing somebody. Or push the tongue against the roof of the mouth. And the back. Let's do the other side. Gaze and chin. Smile or pucker. Beautiful. Okay, how did you feel? Did you feel that? And that's a muscle walking, maybe even a bit sore. How are you feeling? And if you hold long enough, some of you feel like, whoa, what is that? That's a platysma muscle. That's a muscle I just showed you. How many of you paid attention to this muscle before? Probably not many, right? Okay. And then for many of you, this might feel little like strange, or maybe it's the first time you are consciously engaged this muscle in years, or maybe never ever. And when you do this constantly, this muscle, thin muscle gets stronger and then also more tone, and it starts doing its job again. Okay, lifting and supporting your neck and jaw and lower face. It sound good? Okay, lovely, lovely. So the bands will smooth out and the sagging improves, and then you get that defined look back again. It's not that hard. So let's talk about reason number 2. Okay. Reason number 2 is this is a little bit scary. The first time I found that, I was like, oh my goodness. Let me explain what's actually happening with your jaw. And your jawbone is what creates your facial structure, right? You have a bone here, and it's where your muscle attach. That's where the platysma also attached to. And that's what gives your face the sharp and contour. And think of it as, let's say, the foundation of the house. And everything else depend on it being solid and in the right place. And after, listen to this, age of 40, and especially after menopause, the body gradually begin to lose bone density and the volume in the jaw through the process called bone resorption. And it happened very gradually. So you don't notice it day by day, like, oh, it's happening. No, it's a very gradual process. But over years, your jawbone actually gets smaller, and think about it as shrinking. Okay. So now imagine if that house foundation starts shrinking. What happened to the wall and the roof above it, right? They start to drop and sink. And that what happens to the face right here, the jawbone. The bone that used to create the sharp jawline is literally smaller now. So your muscle and the skin do not have as much support. I'll show you this one. Okay, so can you see this one? This one is a young jawbone. And the skin, the muscle, beautifully defined jawline. But as we get older, look at that. The jawbone are very, very getting small. And then because of that, the face area, the jawline started going down. So that's what happened, especially after a certain age and after menopause. It happened to many of us. Yeah, I didn't know this. And when I found out, like, whoa, now it makes total sense. Okay, so this is why you might notice the area where jaw meets, neck started to drop and create jaws. But I don't want to scare you, okay? The muscle, including the platysma that we just walked with, attached to the jawbone. You learned it, right? And when the bone recede, the muscles slide down because they have less to hold onto, like this picture, this one. Okay. Now, we cannot reverse the bone loss. We cannot do it. We cannot rebuild the bone with a cream, of course not with a cream or massage or even with exercise. But here's a good thing. This is what we can do. You can tone the muscle to compensate for that loss in bone structure. Does it make sense? Because foundation is going down, but we can build the muscle. And if the foundation gets smaller, you reinforce everything else around it and you build up the support. So your face still has definition and lift. That's where the face yoga does. And that's where the face yoga comes, and that's what face yoga does. Okay? It works with the muscle to create the contour that bones used to provide. Okay? So this one we're going to do, the second exercise. So exercise 2 is called pull down. I'm going to show you. So this is what to do, what we're gonna do. So we're gonna turn, don't do it yet. I'm gonna just show you. Turn your neck and then stick your tongue out, parallel to the floor, so that you are walking on the muscle right here. But this is not to do. All right? We'll walk on this area. That's why you need to tongue parallel to the floor. So let's do it together. Okay? I want you, let's say, cross arms on your chest, or you can even put hands on your shoulders to stabilize your shoulder. And then we are going to turn the head, yes, to one side. Don't move your shoulders. And stick your tongue out really hard. This is the key, really hard to that side and parallel to the floor. This is the key. And let's hold, breathe in and out through your nose. And fold 4, 5, back to center. Let's do the other side. Ready? Turn. Yes, 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 turn. And then stick your tongue out parallel to the floor. That's a key. Uh, 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 uh. Beautiful. Back to center. Let's do one more time. You can put the hand position different way. The key is don't move your body. And the tongue have to be parallel. Are you feeling it? You're feeling something? Okay. Let's move the tongue to the side. Yep. Turn. I'm already feeling the platysma getting engaged and stick your tongue out. I'm feeling all the way here and this part. What? Uh, 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 uh. Back to center, beautiful. And do other side. Ready? Okay, don't do it too quickly. Go slow. Look at me. Go slow. I want you really engaged. Turn and parallel to the floor. Uh, 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 uh. Come back to center. How are you feeling? Do you feel a little bit something? The muscle activated and walked on? Okay, let me know when you felt it. Good. So that feeling right there, right? That's your walking on the muscle that define your jawline. Did you feel the platysma? Did you feel that lower part of the cheek? It's something you don't really feel usually. And when you do this regularly, I mean, think about that. You are essentially rebuilding the definition. Even your bone is receding. You're building it. Okay? And you are using muscle, your own muscle, to create lift and a shape. And let's go to reason number 3, if you're ready. Okay, good. I love that. So reason number 3, I know. It sounds so simple, but let me say it. It's posture. Posture. What does it mean? Your head, weight about 10 to 12 pounds. That's quite heavy. It's like a bowling ball. And when it's tucked over your spine like this, good posture, right? Here, look at that. Everything works fine. And your neck muscles can support it easily. But when your head, this is the issue, when your head comes forward, which I've seen so many people like this, walking in front of a computer. How many of you walk in front of a computer? Quite a lot of us, right? The weight of your neck, look at me, doubles from every inch forward. So you can do this too. And I want you to feel it. Move your head 2 inches forward. Ooh, I feel the compression. Your neck is trying to support 20 pounds. It doubled. And then if it's 3 inches, well, feel that. At 30 pounds. It's like a little kid you're holding right here on the back. And you do this day after day, hour after hour. Is it crazy? It's scary. Let me show you this one too. That's a before photo. Okay, can you see that? Head forward. It's not much, but she just have a little bit head forward. And then this is after alignment. Okay. And the muscle in the front of your neck. Yeah, right here. Let's do this a little bit. Okay. Move your head a little bit, an inch or 2 inches. And feel that. Yeah. Including the platysma that we talked about. Get stretched out and weak, flabby. And then the muscle in the back of your neck, you feel it. Get tight and overworked. Do you feel that? Versus this and this. And we are doing it every day and every hour. And that angle, many of us do this one. Okay, look down, taking your phone between your chin and neck. When you are looking down at your phone, whoa, it starts to collapse. Look at these wrinkles. The skin under your chin starts folding, massive folding, and creating a turkey neck. And you lose that clean line we want to get. So this is especially problematic after menopause. Why? Because your skin has less collagen and elastin. So it cannot bounce back the way it used to. Remember when you're younger or when when you look at the baby, they have this, but like, pooh, when they change, like it gets so smoothed out. But it gets harder as we hit certain age, especially after menopause. So the good part is posture is a habit, and a habit we can change by training. So the exercise I'm about to show you and we're going to do together, change your posture and retrain your posture, and I teach you how the right posture feels like. And it teaches your body what correct alignment actually feels like. Sometimes we forget about that because we are so used to have a wrong posture. And also it strengthens the muscle that keeps your head in the right position. Are you ready for that? Let me show you. So this pose, I want you to move your body a little bit more. So this is what to do. Okay. This is what I want you to do, and I'm going to show you. So we're going to interlace, and don't do it yet. I just want to show you so that you can actually see how it's like. Let me change it to speak. Okay. So this is how we're going to interlace and then tuck. This is not to do. That's not what we're going to do. Okay. Why are we going to interlace? So that we open the chest. And if it's a hard, you can just move like this too. But let's do that pose. It's called neck preserver. So first, if you can, interlace your fingers behind your back. Okay? And then push your shoulders back and down. So you're opening your chest. And here's the thing. I want you to tuck your neck. Tuck your chin in as if somebody's pushing. I'm going to exaggerate. Okay? So this to this. And notice that stretch on the back of your neck. Okay? So from here to here. You feel that? And we're going to hold for 10 seconds. And we're going to do this together. Let's do this. Interlace your fingers. Open your chest. And shoulder back and down. Good. And tuck your chin in. So you're lengthening the back of your neck. And hold this for, let's say, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come out. You can do this standing in front of the wall so that your body really understands how it feels like. Let's do it again. Interlace your fingers behind you and chest open and shoulder blades closer and shoulders down. And now, not this, tuck your cheek in. And hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold this. Hold this position. Okay? How do you feel? It might feel actually strange at first because you're not used to holding your head this way. Right? You're holding, looking down, or this, or tilting, but this is actually the correct position. Your heavy head is resting on top of the spine, 10 to 12 pounds, and you're not moving chin forward. And when you practice regularly, that's a key. Okay, regularly, you have to do it regularly. And when you start noticing throughout the day, it's like, uh-oh, my head is forward again. Let me bring it back. Come on. You can actually reverse years of aging because what's doing is really creating the space and making your neck relaxed but also strong. Does it make sense? Your neck will look younger. And that angle under your chin will be sharper because look at this from here to here. And less tension because you're not grasping. And a less headache, fewer headache. And you feel better. You look taller. You feel more confident. So when you add all of this together, you'll have tense muscle that aren't working properly and less bone support and a poor posture making everything worse. And this is all working together to age your neck faster. And why all this matters? You now know the truth, okay? You understand your neck better than 90% of people out there. And let's bring 3 exercises together. I'm going to guide you through them in sequence so you can experience the complete routine from start to finish. And if you're able to do these along with me, okay? Because I want you to feel how these exercises work together to target your entire neck. You ready? Let's do this. I'm going to have a sip of water. All right, let's give you a space a little bit. And we're going to do this. So first one, remember that? The swan neck, not the broken swan. Let's put the hands on your chest or shoulders. Relax and then move your gaze 45-degree angle and then move your chin the same direction. If you want, you can smile. Back to center. You're stretching your neck and other side, gaze first and release some tension. Smile if you want. Back to center. Let's do it again. Move your gaze first and chin. And you can pucker if you want. Or push the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Whatever feels good. Back to center. Other side. 45-degree angle. And chin. Smile. Pucker. Whatever works for you. Back to center. Now the pull down, remember, you're going to walk on this, create definition, palms on the chest or shoulder, whatever works for you, and turn your head, not looking down up. Turn and stick your tongue hard, parallel to the floor, and you should feel a good sensation in the chin and the neck. Let's to the side and turn your neck and turn parallel to the floor. I'm feeling it. Back to center. Let's do one more time. Turn, stick your tongue. Center, other side. Beautiful. Roll your shoulder back. And now, neck preserver. Interlace your fingers if you can. Shoulder blades a little closer. And shoulders down. And not looking up or down. You're gonna tuck your chin and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling that you're making yourself nice and tall. Couple times. Interlace. Tuck your chin in. Feel the space you're creating. You're lengthening the back of your neck for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing. 2, 1. Ooh, good. Let's do a little bit more, okay? Because I want you to feel this new posture. Interlace your fingers, shoulders, and down, and tuck, and 4, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. Okay. Last one. And again, interlace your fingers, opening the shoulders and shoulder blades down. Good. Tuck your chin in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come out. Okay. How do you feel? Do you feel that new movement, or do you feel your new posture is like, I'm not kind of used to it? That is okay. Like I said, you might feel a little strange at first until you get used to it. Okay? And if you just did this routine with me, your neck probably, yeah, like I said, feel different or taller. Or maybe you feel like there's more space. And maybe you're awake. You feel like, I'm awake. I feel like I'm awake. Or maybe you feel even tired because we have to hold the posture in certain way. And maybe you're more aware of your muscles you never really felt before. You never even felt that there's a muscle here. And that's exactly what we want. That's exactly why we are doing this. Okay? Now, these 3 exercises alone, done consistently every day, can make a huge difference. I mean, think about that. Neck is supporting every single day of our head. So if you do it consistently, you're going to see huge difference. And if you do nothing else but these 3 exercises, 10 minutes a day, you'll see some improvements. But here's the thing. This is just a basic foundation, very basic foundation. And it's like a learning. The 3 yoga poses when there's an entire practice available to you out there. So here's where we are right now. Now you understand the 3 real reasons your neck ages faster. Remember these 3 reasons? Okay. And you learned 3 techniques, very simple. You can start using immediately, and you have a real knowledge and a real tool. But to really address all the issues, the less defined jawline, the bone and sagging that lost definition, you need a complete structured approach that targets every aspect of your neck and jawline. And that's why I created the No Surgery Neck Lift, a 15-day program with 10 minutes daily routines and a complete structure. So you know exactly what to do each day. And let me break down why this works. First, why 10 minutes, Fumiko? Why just 10 minutes a day? Okay, maybe someone will be like, oh, this is too easy. And why not more or less? And 10 minutes gives you enough time to properly warm up the muscles. Walk through multiple exercises and cool down. Everybody has 10 minutes, right? It's focused and deliberate work. And not just going through the moves or motions. And 20 or 30 minutes sounds amazing. Yes, if you have time. But let's be realistic. Most of us cannot fit that into our daily life. And consistency is everything. Okay? If you consistently do it every day, you can see visible result. And 10 minutes is the sweet spot. And it's enough to create real change. And it's short enough that you can fit into your morning routine or right before bed or on your lunch break. Do you think you can do that? It's doable. And every single day, you got 10 minutes. And that consistency, showing up for yourself for 10 minutes every single day, that's what creates transformation. And not doing hour-long sessions once a week, or not like going really hard 3 days and then giving up or forget about it. It happened to some people, okay? 10 minutes every day. And the second, the importance of structure and knowing exactly what to do each day. I mean, here's what I've learned from working with thousands of women. You are already taking care of everything else, your family, your work, your home, your pet, your plants, your vegetable garden, your husband, and your responsibility and all that. And you just don't need one more thing to figure it out. And you don't need to wake up and think, okay, which exercise should I do today? Or how many repetitions I'm supposed to do? Or in what order? Or did I do yesterday? Or did I do this morning? And all the things, you don't need that. And that's why I created a complete program for you. And every single day, you know exactly what to do. No guessing, no planning, just follow along. So day 1, you do this. Day 7, do this. And day 12, you do this routine and it's all laid out in 10 minutes or so. And you're not just repeating the same thing over and over. You're building on what came before. Targeting different muscles as you go. And you're going to feel that. And creating comprehensive change throughout your neck and jawline right here. And that's what a structured, proven program gives you. Clarity, variety, and result. So let me sip of water. If you're ready for more, the complete program with structure and the proven result, I want to invite you to join my No Surgery Neck Lift program. So here's everything you get when you join today. 50-day video routine, which is $150 value, and 2 extended weekend routines for the upper face. Yes, you can get that. 2 extended weekend routines for the upper face, which is $50 value. And tracking calendar PDF, $16 value, plus 3 exclusive bonuses. Neck jawline lymphatic activation, which is $27 value. And a posture correction guide, $27 value. Yes, there's more to do it. And then you can actually use a wall, which in that collection guide. And then wind down before bed, $27 value. And total value is $297. And your week 1 focuses on foundation and understanding. Your week 2 moves into maximizing results and sustainability. And everything is clearly demonstrated and so easy to follow. And your price today is just $47. And you get immediate access to everything with forever access, so you can come back to it whenever you need. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not happy with it. Now, this offer is only available until January 23rd at midnight. So if you're ready to do this, like I'm feeling it already, I want to change, I want to take care of my neck differently, never before, and I want to see the difference and changes. Yeah. And you want to really change something, this is for you. Click the button in the chat to join. You're going to love that. So what to expect? Now, let me be very realistic, and I want to be very honest. Okay? I'm not going to tell you that, oh, you're going to look 20 years younger, in 2 weeks. That's not honest and that's not realistic, right? And it's not helpful. But here's what is realistic. In 15 days of consistent, which is a key, consistent targeted practice, you will notice more tone and the firmness in your neck and a better definition along your jawline and a smoothing of minor neck bands, right? These bands, smoothing and improved posture and awareness. Yes, which is important. And the visible lifting effect, especially in the morning. So after 30 days, those changes become more evident. And after 60 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, people have already started commenting that you look different. They don't say, oh, you have a less band or you have less vertical lines, or no, they said, you look different. Something is different. And then they might not even know why. They just said, what are you doing? You look different. But they'll say you look refreshed and rested or younger and more confident. Okay. And this is not instant, but it is real. And unlike surgery or injections, it's sustainable because once you have this program, you can use it forever. And then when you practice, you get the result and you can keep it. And you're building muscles and retraining structure. You're retraining your posture. And that doesn't go away as long as you maintain it. Okay? So, all right. Before we wrap up, I talk a lot and we do pauses. Now you have like, whoa, there's a lot to think about. I want to take some time for questions. And if you're watching live, drop your questions in the chat and I'll answer as many as I can. Okay? All right. Let's see. Let's see the questions here. All right, I'm gonna start answering the questions. So Julia, if you don't feel that as a stretch, there other way to intensify the stretch? Swan neck exercise. Good question, Julia. So this is what you can do. That's why I give you little options. Put the hands here or here. You can place hand where platysma starts, right here. Okay? And push them slightly. Don't lift your shoulders. And then do the pose. Let's do this. And then, ooh, I feel more. Does it feel more? Okay? Everybody's different. I want you to explore a little bit. So this is what I would suggest and recommend. Okay. And some people ask, how can you not use your foot when doing the swan exercise? Good question. All right. So make a happy swan. So you can put hands here or fingers here. Why don't you put a hand on your forehead? And then, ooh, how about that? So you're stopping the forehead movement by putting hands. So hands are guiding your movement. But like I said, everybody's different. Every face is different. So you have to find like, oh, am I putting a hand here or here? Okay. Sound good? So Vanessa, should we be doing thumb push-up if we were keeping it on roof of the mouth? Yes, if you want to feel more, you can put, that's why I said push, I give you some suggestions too. You can just do, or you can push, or you can smile or pucker. Why? Because I want you explore the feeling. Everybody's different. But if you can push that tongue, roof of the mouth, and keep pushing up, do it so that you feel more movement. Okay? Do it. Good question. And Aga asked, neck preserver. Okay? Are you supposed to be kneeling or sitting? It doesn't matter. Okay? I'm doing this. You can ideally doing standing. Why? Because think about it. When you are having a daily life, you're not always sitting, which I don't want to keep sitting for a long time. I want you start moving as if you have a perfect posture. Yeah, but this is just a practice. But before you really understand how you feel, the guide you're gonna get as a bonus will tell you because I use a wall. But the one we did today, this works good. So the practice, you do it like we did, and then rest of the day you just hold that feeling and keep practicing and keeping the posture. And then if you join the program, you have a guide. A little bit more, I talk more about the posture. Okay, good. And then Hazel, can't feel anything on the right side, only on the left side. Why might that be? Wow, that's a good question. It's a good question, but also I like the awareness. You're feeling something already. Okay, so there's a couple things I can think of. If you felt only on the left side, maybe you are tight on the left side. So when see when you're tight and then trying to, I'm feeling it. Maybe that's what he's feeling. Okay, can you think about that? So that's what I would say. Or maybe your left side is already so relaxed. That's why when you activate, the muscle can feel more. But maybe right side is so tense that it doesn't even move. So one of these. Okay, good. So Mary Ellen, how many times for each exercise? So the video you can get and watch, 10 minutes. It varies depending on exercise. But for the one we did today, if you do 3, breath, or you can count up to 5, that is good. But the key is do it, every day and ideally twice a day or so that your body started learning. You're learning, okay, I'm doing a bad posture. My head is coming forward. Oop, I gotta bring it back. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back. So you're training yourself constantly, and that's what we are doing here. Does it make sense? Okay, so I think anything else? I don't know. Yep, I think I probably answered main questions. Okay, yep. Question here, right? So our team is helping behind. So I just want to make sure it's all good. Yep, I think it's good. Okay. All right. Yep. So the link, if you want to join, which I think you should join, such a good deal. And you can get, winding down at night routine and also the posture correction guide, which I talked more about it. And then you can use the wall and a little bit more detailed. You can get that too. And you can have it forever. Yeah, forever access. All right. I think that's it. That covers all the questions I wanted to answer. So with that, whether you join the program or not, I'm really glad you are here today and you watched the video. You now understand your neck in a way most people never will. Did you know about the platysma? Did you know about the angle? Did you know about the foundation and to get tighter shoulder, but also the bone, jawbone? No. So you have a routine, 3 poses. Yes, only 3, but you can do every day. And I guarantee you start feeling different. You look different. And you can start using right away. And you know what's actually possible. It is possible. And your neck doesn't have to make you look older. And you don't need to cover your neck all the time. In just 10 minutes a day, you can create real change. And the best part, you feel different. You look good. And if you're ready to join the No Surgery Neck Lift program, remember this special offer closes January 23rd at midnight. So click the button in the chat to get started. Right? The link in the chat. And I really want to say thank you so much for joining, because it means a lot that you are interested in learning more and you are interested in taking care of yourself. Not invasive procedures, not just surface level, but you want to change something. And I'll tell you, when you practice, you feel more confidence, because that means you're owning your life. You're owning your face and the body, and then that confidence will show. So with that, thank you, everybody. Practice these poses. And if you join, I'm going to see you in the program, and have a wonderful rest of the day. I love you. Bye.
Really felt like I just haven't been honoring my face for a couple of years. I've aged incredibly in the past couple of years, and I've been avoiding the mirror, but I wasn't even aware I was doing all these things.
I chose face yoga because I'd like to become more comfortable with my face, aging slowly, getting a more loving, better relationship with my face. So thank you so much for that. It was wonderful.
I didn't realize how difficult it was to look in the mirror, and all the layers of thoughts and emotions that are built up.
I have so much changement since I started with face yoga method. And when I started with this journey, I take a picture, and I never did an selfie before that. And I didn't understand the meaning, of that selfie.
It's been a year and a half since I've been doing face yoga. It's so great. It's so great. I have loved it. And now I have my own routine with all the tips that Fumiko and team teaches us. I am so happy because I don't want to look like I am 20 years old. I am 52 and I love my age. And I just want to be the best version of myself with all my flaws. I don't aspire to be perfect, to have a perfect face. I just want to be the best version of myself at this age.
If you would ask me why I would choose for face yoga method, it's mainly because of the holistic program. I think it is about the face, but it's not only the face, and it's your whole being actually. So that is really what I enjoy. I used to do a lot of dancing and yoga in the past, but I noticed that it stopped with my face. It was just the rest of my body. I think it is a bit like what you always explain, Fumiko, about training your body. I mean, you can do the same with your face, but as a dancer, I just forgot about my face or so. So it's really interesting to use the skills and experience that I have as a yoga practitioner and a dancer in my face now. So that's really beautiful.
It's also been extremely shocking to see how my face works. It's very powerful and very healing, and I feel like it's really good work. So I want to continue. Thank you so much.
And before I began with face yoga, I used to look, tired, who is looking angry, who is looking, lost. And that was not me in that moment. And what face yoga has done for me, has helped me to achieve that peace, that glow. I owe it to face yoga method. So thank you, Fumiko, thank you, Tina, and all the rest of the wonderful team.
After 6 months, when Fumiko asked us to take another selfies and compare, when I compare the two pictures, I was so surprised because I couldn't believe so much changement. The quality of the skin, the texture of the skin, and something is also changed in the shape of the face.
My headaches have lessened, my posture is improving, and the knowledge about the facial muscles and how they affect the whole body and connected to the whole body has really been eye-opening and interesting. I really appreciate all the self-confidence that I'm gaining and the fact that I realize I have to take care of me too.
You know what? It helped tremendously, but it also helped my sinuses. I noticed that my sinuses began to drain out too, and I have sinus issues a lot.
And I could feel my shoulders were more level. And then when I laid down in bed, I could feel like I could actually lay down because I can't lay on my back anymore because of the contraction and everything. I'm not even on the back side even. So that was huge, as you can tell.
I can say go on and go deeper in this journey because you cannot imagine now at this moment how much beauty you can discover, beauty that comes from the inside of yourself.
And so before I go to bed at night, I'm like, I've got to go do my routine. And I'm happy to say that I haven't missed a single night. I haven't always done it in the morning, but I have done it in the evening, and that's been really great. The benefits are wonderful, and the glow afterwards was wonderful. So I appreciate learning about all those things, and I'm incorporating those into my life. And I'm committed to this and will continue on.
This has just brought back so much attention for me, and I released a lot of stored emotion that I didn't know I was holding, and just a huge amount of self-love and self-awareness came back that I just kind of have lost little bits of it. So yeah, it's been totally transformational for me.